It's about how co-creation will shift as humanity moves into higher frequencies. So, what will manifestation look like in the new earth, and how will it differ from the old paradigm of forcing and striving?
Yes. As we move into the experience of the fifth dimension, manifestation will become a projection of the intelligence of Source itself. The co creation space will be when consciousness has the ability to attune to an intelligence that is pure and be able to keep consciousness in the expression of that purity. Manifestation in the third dimension, or through a programmed reality, consciousness is projected through programming itself. So the striving and the trying comes from the program that is interrupting the flow of the manifestation itself. In the old paradigm, when we have the indication that we would like to experience something, the desire itself, it is simply a spark of the divine creation within. But when desire then becomes wrapped up in a programmed state of consciousness, it creates interruption. This is where the trying happens because the spark came from a pure place, but then is tainted. When desire moves into the duality of that this isn't an experience that I desire and it's not here, it creates an interruption of flow. This creates timelines and distortion, interference in the allowing of the experience of what was first an ignition of source frequency. As we move into the fifth dimension, that spark of divine frequency will remain pure. And the joy will be that consciousness interacts with this frequency, the ignition itself, the spark of divine inspiration. And consciousness will stay in a pure space where the ignition itself is enough. Consciousness enjoys sitting in the frequency as the ignition of inspiration is enough. And it does not need the entertainment of it happening in the now moment because now moments are entertained with the inspiration itself. And through this inspiration and purity, manifestation becomes an expression of the ignition or the inspiration itself. Time dissolves in on itself as consciousness is in the state where it is the creation itself. So as you move through, going from the old paradigm of manifestation into the fifth dimensional state of manifestation, there will be a process of knowing, understanding what consciousness is doing within the experience of manifestation itself. Is it trying to project through a distorted state of desire, or is it attuning to the inspiration, allowing creation to unfold? When you step out of the creation, know that that is when distortion begins to be experienced. When you step out and you start to experience timelines or time, is when distortion is being created. So simply stepping back into the frequency and the experience of the inspiration, knowing that through this space, you are simply guided. It feels easy, enthusiastic, clear. And that does not mean that you will have something to do in every single moment. It simply means you have the awareness of if you are in the purity of the inspiration, or if you have taken the inspiration and brought it into a programmed experience. How you feel will give you the information of where you are. If you are expanded, open, still, at ease, feel supported, then you are in the manifestation of the intelligence of the divine itself. If you are trying, confused, depleted, or if you are striving for an emotional response, meaning you are searching for a feeling, you are not in the fifth dimensional state of manifestation. And it simply means that it's time to step back, ask for the initial ignition of the divine desire to reactivate, and then follow divine guided inspirational guidance.